look back on my life, you're the only good I've ever done.
Yo, what's up everyone, Blue Nova, and I'm back with a new tutorial. This time is to get vocal quality like Justin Bieber in the song Anyone. If you guys haven't checked it out, go ahead and check out that song. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so that you're notified every time there's a new video. The vocal preset will be available. Just go to the store, click on the vocal presets tab, and you can get it there. I'm going to try to run through this as fast as possible, and as you guys can see, there's a lot of different vocals. So I'm just going to try to make it as simple as possible. So what we're going to do is just start, let's actually just start from the very beginning, just get that breakdown. For the master channel, I'm going to turn off what we have. And for the lead vocal, I'm going to right click and solo. So the first thing we have is auto-tune. I have my auto-tune set at B minor. The retune speed, I kept it around 10. You don't want to keep it at exactly 10. If you're a better singer, then go ahead and just reduce the retune speed on it. But for me, I kept it around 10. So with what I have right here, let's go ahead and just turn off all these other effects. And let's just hear the raw vocal by itself. Dance with me under the diamonds. See me like breath in the cold. Sleep with me here in the silence. Come kiss me silver and gold. So after that, I just have a fruity limiter. What we're doing is going to the compressor section and using that. I have my ratio turned all the way up, my knee all the way up. My threshold, I'm just bringing it down to the lowest part of the vocal so that it's getting every single thing. I want my vocal to be compressed and very consistent with every single sound. And the release have it set right here to around 74.92. My head have that at 0.41 milliseconds. And yeah, this is what it sounds like. Dance with me under the diamonds. See me like breath in the cold. Now over here, the vocals are going to get a little bit louder and more intense. You say that I won't lose you, but you can't predict the future. So just hold on like you will never let go. If you ever move on without me, I need to make sure you know. So after that, we're going to move into the EQ. For the first EQ, I have one cutting some low-end frequencies out the vocals and really just boosting the high-end frequency around 10K just to get that clarity out like Justin Bieber. Aside from that, we have another parametric EQ too, which is just doing some more cutting in the low end, boosting a little bit in the mid-frequency region, and just give it a little bit more of that clarity. So this was going to sound like. You say that I won't lose you, but you can't predict the future. So just hold on like you will never let go. If you ever move on without me. So right now the vocals sound a little bit thin, but we're going to bring it up and make it sound full. So what we're doing is using a fruity limiter to boost the volume of the vocals. And then we have the ceiling set at -9 decibels. The attack, I left that alone after I loaded. The release all the way down to 0. And the head, I also left that alone. So this is what it sounds like. You say that I won't lose you, but you can't predict the future. So just hold on like you will never let go. If you ever move on without me, I need to make sure you know that. After that, we have a de-esser stereo by Waves. And if you guys don't have this, then you can use Spitfish as a de-esser, which is no problem. It's going to get you the same exact results. But with this, I just have the stereo, the de-esser stereo by Waves, bring the threshold down to -29.2. Frequency set at 5,506. And that's pretty much it. And this is what it's going to sound like. You say that I won't lose you, but you can't predict the future. So just hold on like you will never let go. After that, we have an H delay stereo. You say that I won't lose you, but you can't predict the future. So just hold on like you will never let go. If you ever move on without me, I need to make sure you know that. So, and also if you guys don't have this whole session, well, not really the whole session, but the vocal preset will be available with having Spitfish on the whole insert for you guys to replace the Waves de-esser. And for H delay, I actually had the backup right here. This is what it sounds like with it. You say that I won't lose you, but you can't predict the future. So just hold on like you will never let go. If you ever move on without me, And the very last thing on here is just having a fruity reverb too, and this is what it is.
You say that I won't lose you, but you can't predict the future, so just hold on like you will never let go. If you ever move on without me, I need to make sure you know that.
All right, so now that we got the lead vocal out the way, we're gonna work on the more complex part, which is the this very beginning part. For you guys who noticed that first section where he says you, there's a whole bunch of different vocal harmonies coming in right there. So I have up to around 5 vocal harmonies coming in, and what we're doing is essentially just getting the lead vocal and doing the same thing, just applying those same effects. So with the first one, what you want to do is just have some type of form and pitching software. What I used was auto pitch to form and pitch the vocal. So this is what the first one is going to sound like. So my form and shift, I have that set down to -7.3. And with the lead vocal, there's some differences with that part too. You want to make sure you have Fruity Convolver set on here. And what it's doing is going to make sure it's going to give you that full and wide sound as opposed to using a Fruity Reverb 2. This one is much better to add on your vocal insert. And we have a Fruity Delay 2 just to give some more depth and widening to the vocal. So this is what the second one is doing right here. Aside from that, basically all these vocal harmonies are pan, left, and right because you want them to be as full and wide in different areas of your headphones and regions of listening. So that's the reason why we're doing this. We're having all of these vocal harmonies sent all the way to this one bus. So everything is coming all the way through here. And with the compression, make sure that you're backing away from the compressor. Well, really more so the threshold so that everything's not being overly compressed. So this is what the second vocal harmony will sound like. Playing it. This one is more of a high note, so you want to make sure as a singer you're emphasizing and doing a high region with this next one. The third one, this is what it sounds like. It's more so low, even vocally I didn't hit all the way. The next one we have this fourth one. Pretty much the same as the third and fifth one. It's like more so my actual voice just pushing all the way through. So for these ones, you just want to make sure you're panning them 50% to the left and 50% to the right. The first one, you pretty much want it straight down in the middle. And the other ones, you can just pan them and it'll give you full sound. Now this is what everything will sound like together. One more time. And that's pretty much it for that first part. The next thing we're going to have is later on with the high notes. This is what comes in. And like I said, there's so many vocal tracks in this song, so this section is actually kind of confusing to explain, but I'm going to try to break it down some more. So with the high notes in that part where he's saying I gotta tell you, I have these. I have one pan left to 50%, and then I have another one pan right 50% to the right. So with those, when it plays together, it's going to sound very full, and you can hear it widen in your whole entire mix. I gotta tell you, gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, gotta tell you. Then moving forward, we have some harmonies in the background. It's not anyone. So just make sure, essentially, you want to have a lot of these vocals bust. You just want to have a lot of these harmonies and everything just bust. Essentially, we're having 3 mixer inserts. So we have one for the lead, although these are all named lead. The first one for the lead is right here. The next one for the backing harmonies is set right here. And then for any additional ad-libs, like pretty much the whole U section is this third one right here. And when the whole vocal preset is available on the site, this thing will pretty much be made and loaded in with stock plugins for everybody to just easily use it for their own recordings. But for now, I kind of just rushed and just wanted to give you guys what I did as far as like the whole effects goes. But essentially, the lead vocal is what you need. Everything else on here is just delays and just reverbs. So that's essentially all you want to have. And with the master channel, I'm just going to work with the master channel, just having a Fruity Convolver cutting the mix at 16K. Isotope Ozone 5 Maximizer. And what this is doing, just making sure the entire mix doesn't go past 0 decibels. The character have it set on 3.0, and that's really the main thing that matters on here. And that's essentially it. If you don't have the Ozone 5 Maximizer, I had you guys on a backup, and just have the release set all the way down to 0. So this is what everything would sound like all together.
If it's not you, it's not anyone. Gotta tell you, looking back on my life, you're the only good I've ever done. Yeah, you. If it's not you, it's not anyone. Not anyone.
And just listen to the vocals by itself.
Tell you, looking back on my life, you're the only good I've ever done. Yeah, you. If it's not you, it's not anyone. Not anyone.
So yeah, that's essentially it. That's all you want to do. And like I said, the main focus is just having a lot of your vocals and harmonies sent to buses. So essentially you just want to have 3 effects chains for this type of mix. You don't want to overcomplicate it. Now I know all the vocal harmonies and all that can be confusing, but creating space in your mix is what matters, and just panning everything, and really just panning some things to the left and right is what's going to give you a better sound. But if you guys enjoyed the tutorial, go ahead and put a thumbs up, and forgive me, because I know this was all over the place. Just went ahead and just rushed it for you guys, but I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you need your song mixed and mastered, just go to bluenovabeats.com. Go to the contact form on the very bottom of the page. Send me a message there. And yeah, that's pretty much it, but I'll catch everybody on the next video.
Looking back on my life, you're the only good I've ever done. Yeah, you. If it's not you,